Alright, so finished the flip cart for my belt sander, disc sander combo, Craftsman. So this is a 4x6" belt and disc sander, and I have my planer there on the bottom. So I got a lot of these off of YouTube and just off of the internet in general. Kind of combined what I liked about things. So just lock in, just the bolts here. The weight actually came out pretty good on it, so it's pretty easy to flip around. So even though the planer's a lot heavy, planer's about 80 pounds, sander's probably, I don't know, 30 or 40 pounds, not nearly as heavy, but came out pretty well. So I used it a few times and it's still spinning pretty good. The weight is great. It's on 4 casters, so all swiveling casters, which I'll show you there. So these are, I think, the 4" casters. So each one's locking. They're locked right now, so it's not moving very much. So I'll unlock them. And with the weight, it actually spins really freely, really easily. So we'll unlock those. There we go. And then you can see, it's probably garage isn't that level, so you can actually just see it kind of roll right away. So it rolls really, really well with these casters, and these casters are awesome. So I'll probably use these on pretty much most of my other projects going forward also. So we'll see anyway. So I'll lock them back up here and show you kind of what we got. So these are just little bolts that hold them in, so fits super easy. And it's great, so it does lock the most this way with the planer up because it's the heaviest, so that's how I wanted it. I mounted them both on the same side, so only have to use 2, so they're both on the same side of the cart here. So when I flip it over, then it's still on the same one. So I can just unlock that, flip slider over like that, fits nice and tight, and then we can lock it back up on one side, lock it back up on the other side. There we go. Now we're ready to use the belt disc sander again. So I did make it a little shorter, so it's not, so this, I can't leave that up. So if I leave this up, it does hit the bottom of it. But really easy to fold down. The planer fits perfect. I made the most of it just using the pocket holes and glue, of course. So pocket holes on all the sides here. You can kind of see them hidden here behind the block. These are just the 2x4 blocks for the casters, which I just use carriage bolts, so I just had to do one side. So carriage bolts with just the, they're not 1/4x20, I think these are the 3/8 I used, with the locking nuts and washers. So most of it is 1/2 and 3/4 inch ply. So on this piece here on the tabletop, it's actually 3 pieces laminated 1/2 inch ply with just a little space in the center for the rod. So this is just a 1/2 inch steel rod. I didn't do anything. I didn't lock any of the ends or anything because it didn't really seem like it needed it. It's pretty solid how it is, and it's not moving in or out, I think, just with the weight on it. So if it moves a little bit, I'll tap it back in. It's no big deal. It's seems pretty solid so far. So I'll turn it to the side here, and then you can kind of see, there we go. So you can see the 3 laminated 1/2 inch pieces of ply there. And on the edge I did oak just for a little bit better look and just kind of solidify the long part of it. Plus it'll give me a better locking point just for the little bolts there. So a little piece of hardwood on the end on each side. So it came out pretty well. So how I did the 1/2 inch inner layer is I just laid the 1/2 inch piece of steel rod in between 2 pieces and then sandwiched them together as close as possible into the steel rod, and then laminated the top and the bottom on top of that. So instead of routing a dado or just cutting a little piece out of the center, I just did 2 separate pieces. Made it pretty easy, and it worked really well, and it's really tight. So we'll lock that back up. and I try to offset this one and the other side a tiny bit, so I would have to put a little bit of pressure on there so it doesn't slide right in like that. So I'm gonna have to wiggle it around so it'd be a little bit tighter, so I would get a little bit less movement. As far as up and down, you can see it's pretty solid. So and I just did some supports here, which I got off, I think off of YouTube. Just got the idea. I had some extra 1/2 inch, cut the extra blocks. I mean, it is really solid actually with just the pocket holes in the glue, just holding the sides up here. But I mean, of course, more rigidity is better holding all this weight, especially if you can be moving around. So it still gives me plenty of clearance with the cutout here for both the planer and the sander. So that worked really well. And these are all just see if we can see in there. Yeah, so these are all just pocket holes also. See pocket holes kind of scattered in there. And then I have a little bit of room on the bottom just for my disc cleaner and belt sander cleaner. And then just my little tray here. So if I need to use that, then it's there and easy to grab. And it'll always stay with the cart, which is nice. So little pieces won't get lost anywhere. And yeah, that's about it. Works great so far. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.